Finally, Sony, thank you so much. By giving us that teardown, so many questions have been answered. But I realize we're gonna have to get a couple things. Sony released a video that described and provided us some information about the PS5, the infamous PS5 teardown. Now, there's a few things that I noticed right off the bat that I'm gonna have to pick up either before launch day or on launch day. So I thought to myself, why don't I make a video? Because there's some people that may have some similar questions of what now. Now, I'll go ahead and go to the video. Two things that I must ensure I elaborate on.
Now, Sony really didn't go into it, but what it did show off is the expandable memory for the PS5 during a teardown. Now, if you're not familiar with this bay, what this bay is showing off, it's going to be accepting memory in the NVMe format or form factor that has an interface of M.2, and it has to be supported or utilizing PCIe 4.0. Now, if you're not familiar with it, I don't blame you, okay? So if you're not a computer, it's going to be hard for those who just go into a big box store and pick up expandable memory for their device. But to help out, I decided to link down below two different articles. One from premiumbuilds.com that goes a little bit in depth with PCIe 4.0 and also on Logic. I've got to say, both of these articles filled in some gaps about PCIe 4.0 that I didn't even realize I had. So I don't blame you. But what I am going to show you is that there's already products out there. There's already expandable memory out there that we can buy for PS5 and will be available on launch day. Samsung. They've always done very well with expandable memory technology in the SSD form factor. Here you have the 980 Pro PCIe. It comes in 1 terabyte, 500 gigabytes, 250 gigabytes. And then Western Digital, they just came to the market with their SN850 NVMe. And by the way, all different sizes are going to be available at launch day for the PlayStation 5. Now, I'm going to give you a warning. Yes, Sony has not come out and said which SSDs and NVMe's are going to be compatible with the PlayStation 5. But I tell you, it's going to be there. These are going to be compatible. And you can find them on Amazon. I'll put the links down below. The 980 Pro is on Amazon. Sabrent has a version on Amazon. And then also Corsair has a version on Amazon. And Western Digital, once they release their version of it, it's going to be on Amazon. So we don't have to worry about having to go to a big box store and there being a low inventory or nothing available for launch day on the PS5.
One of the other things that the video did for us is provide us with a layout of the different ports that the PS5 has. And there's one thing I noticed.
During the teardown, I saw that the PS5, they removed the digital audio output. So what that means to us is individuals who have spent a lot of money on external or third-party wireless headphones or wired headphones, we're now up the creek without a paddle. Let's say you're someone who owns an Astro 850. Those headphones are $300, okay? They're great. They worked very well with the PS4. We dropped good money on it. But as you can see, it's supported through digital audio, okay? So what do? Well, we got to be creative, okay? And I found a couple options on Amazon that should help us. They only cost about 50 bucks. Now, just to give you a heads up, Astro has already said they're going to have a little device for about $50 and maybe give a $15 discount code. But we have an opportunity to expand here, to improve. So what I want to propose is a 4K HDMI audio splitter. Okay, if you're not accustomed to this, these all they do is they take the HDMI signal, take the video, and still broadcast it to whatever monitor or TV or projector you have, but extract the audio from the HDMI and allow it to come out in a regular digital audio format, just like we're accustomed to. So the first one I recommend here, I found for like $58 on Amazon. Okay. The second one, if you're worried about paying $53, here's the $23 option. And each of them have high ratings. Just go through the reviews. I feel confident in getting them, but the one I decided to go with is
this HDMI audio extractor. I picked it up also from Amazon, and I've already given it a try. Let's get a little closer so that I can walk you through it. So I don't blame you if you've never seen this item before, because until now, I would have never come across this before, because I'm away from home. I've had to purchase something like this in order to support all the HDMI enabled items to go into the monitor you see on my desk. But the previous one has been working great, and this one's been working for a week as well. And this thing is just a solid piece of equipment, and I don't see how it can even fail on me. And it's going to provide the one thing I need, which is that digital audio output in the back. This thing simply is going to support 3 devices and output into my monitor, and just outputting the video while putting out everything in the digital audio so I can still use my headphones. I already know what some of you smart people are saying, that why are you going to get an HDMI audio splitter when it doesn't support HDMI 2.1? Well, guess what? You're right. And here's my reason. Most of us are buying the PS5 or the Xbox, and it's going to be a pretty large chunk of change in our pockets that's going to be going out. And we're not going to be able to get a TV on launch day. And what I will say is that both the Xbox and the PS5 require HDMI 2.1 in order to achieve that 120 frame rate that they're promising. I think there's only 2 TVs out there that support HDMI 2.1, and they're still working the bugs out of it. So I'm going to stick with my little cheap box, and so that I can continue using my Astro 850 or any other type of DAC. Yes, because I do use DAC sometimes, to continue my gaming experience. And I know that I'm going to be comfortable with the expansion memory that I recommended. So you know what I do here. I try to save you some dollars, and I try to save you some regrets. I spend my own hard cash making sure I provide you with enough information so you can either decide to buy or not buy. And like always, I appreciate you guys coming out here and watch another video yet again from Gadgetify.